an icon.
Cementing her status
She's a legend.
as one of music's biggest stars.
And she is the moment.
Yay! Happy New Year, everybody! I'm so excited! Oh my gosh! 2026! Let's get it, hotties! If you guys can't tell already, I am a little bit sick today, so that's why I was gonna make a video last week, but I ended up getting really sick. And I basically started a new gig, which I'll talk a little bit about in a second. But today's video is gonna be what's next in love for January. Just our classic video of the month. We'd love to do one of these every single month and then mix it up for the other three. Thank you so much to the subscriber that recommended the last video, because that one was so fun. It was so good. I love to see your recommendations, you know, especially because I am in a long-term relationship. I want to hear like what the singles want to hear, you know, from their love life and everything. So yes, and I love living vicariously through you guys, as you know. This is what's next in love. Pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. But yes, that's the thing that I haven't been able to tell you guys. So I started a marketing company last year, and it's been very successful. And I basically just welcomed on a new client who is basically like a dream freaking client, you guys. Like, it has to deal with romance, it has to deal with fashion, and it's just, life is about to get really freaking crazy for me. So I will probably start to make some little side vlogs, but my very first mission with them was actually part of the interview process, which was building a advertisement, and then whoever's advertisement was chosen, you were chosen for the role. And so my advertisement was chosen. It was printed in a fucking magazine, which is just so crazy. Like, it's the first one that I can literally physically hold myself. I got to see it, and I still have to order my issue. I'm like trying to talk to the magazine people, because this is not the first time this has happened to me where I knew I was going to be in a magazine and then I straight up just like didn't get a copy. And the first time it happened to me, I was not only like had an entire article written about my college business, but I was also being featured on the front cover. And so it's like, you would want that fucking magazine, but of course didn't get it, have the digital copy. So maybe someday I'll print it myself, but I am hunting down this copy because I want to see, you know, I just want to like have it for myself. I might even want to frame one. I don't know. Like, it's such a cool accomplishment being featured, having an advertisement featured in a magazine, specifically in the fashion industry. So yeah, that's really chill. That was my first assignment. My second assignment was secret shopping at the store. And I'll just say, it's a bridal company. So I got to go in and I had a whole persona. Natalia Smith is the name. Wedding dress bridezilla is the game. But yeah, I basically went in there like, did not know what I wanted. Like, I had a Pinterest board, you know, but I've never shopped for wedding dresses before. Like, I've never been married, I've never been engaged. And so it was just like such a crazy, like, kind of anxiety-inducing situation, which you wouldn't think it would be, but for anybody that has anxiety, like, you know, if you know, you know. Going to any new place is like daunting, but especially being undercover, Natalia Smith, going and finding my wedding dress. So yeah, so I'll probably be like inserting clips along the way. I'll put in some now in case if you missed the other ones, but yeah, I'm just so excited. It was so fun to be able to try on just like the most divine and gorgeous looking wedding dresses. Like, honestly, it was so freaking spectacular. So yes, I'm literally just over the moon. I wanted to share this with you guys for like literally months now, but I couldn't because, you know, I wanted to make sure that I got the job, and then I wanted to make sure that my ad was actually going to be printed, and then I wanted to make sure that like I've, you know, actually been onboarded and everything's really happening, because it just feels like such a freaking dream. And you know, and I'm doing this all outside of YouTube. So if you guys are wondering, like, where the fuck does she go? What does she do? Yeah, and majority of YouTubers, you would not believe it, but a lot of us do have full-time gigs outside of YouTube, and we just do YouTube for the fuck of it. Like, it's so fun. It's so nice just like coming on here and like chatting with all of my hotties and like having little rap sessions and living it up, our lives up to the fullest. So yeah, like I'm gonna keep doing both to the best of my ability, but if I do get a little bit busy, you guys will know why. So thank you guys so much for loving and supporting me all of these years. Thank you guys so much for liking, for subscribing, for commenting. I read literally every single comment. Anyways, lots of announcements, lots of things happening this year, so just get excited. I'm so excited. Let me know what you guys are doing for the month of January, if you guys have any fun plans, anything fun that's planned. I just did my vision board. I just finished it, so loves it. Got everything good to go. I did it differently this year where it's going to be Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4 on the different 4 corners of the vision board. So that way I can kind of like, you know, like, oh, this one I can do this time of the year, like seasonally, you know, I can actually go outside because it's not winter, you know? So just kind of stuff like that. Embroidering, like thinking about Christmas presents for next or for this year. Oh my gosh, crazy how time flies. But yes, hotties, that is all the messages that I have for today. Let me know if you guys are working on your vision boards as well. And let's just get right into it. Literally long time no chat, so extra long chat today. Okay, pile number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do it. Yeah. Alrighty, hello to my gorgeous pile number 1. I'm so excited if you chose the comfort, warmth card, or the black candle. This is going to be your reading today, all about what's next in love for you in January. And my goodness gracious, do I see a very big turn of events, because I'm sensing that there's like a lot of anxiety or just like staying up kind of late at night thinking about like love and like if things were different and like, you know, what if my bed is so cold, just like that kind of stuff. Like I just see a lot of anxiety here. But I also see that like with the 4 of coins here, there could be a little bit of like greediness when it comes to your love and like how much you are willing to take action towards partners, if that makes sense. Like, so basically, you are this gorgeous Queen of Cups energy. You have a lot of love to give. And I'm seeing that because of that in the past, you could have been fucked over by a lot of different options. People that did not have your purest intentions at heart. People that did not really want to serve you. And so I see that there's been a little bit of like reservation when it comes to like wanting to give your heart to people again, because of what you want, because of what you've been through. And so I see that you've been kind of like being a little bit more kept inward, like within yourself, and not really wanting to, I don't want to say that, like give it away, but like give your love away, you know? Because again, I feel like, yeah, but at the same time, I feel like your spirit guides are really kind of applauding you because of the Judgment card here. It's like you are really, you know, being judgmental, but I feel like, again, it's because you've been hurt in the past and you want to get with the right option. And it's interesting, you're kind of attracting like an opposite. So this person could already be around you. And maybe, again, this might be a little bit why you're kind of afraid to get into a connection with this person and why you're being so reserved is because they're this King of Swords energy. And King of Swords, especially, they're the opposite of Queen of Cups, you know, like, but again, I feel like that's what kind of makes this a nice pairing. But this person will be very logical, you know, very blunt, straightforward, to the point. Like, if they like you, they're going to say that they like you. And I don't know, it's just like, that might be exactly the type of person that you're attracting because maybe you've been with so many people in the past that just weren't blunt, that wouldn't tell you how they felt, that would lead you on, breadcrumb you, you know, like give you little teeny tiny bits at a time and then pull the rug out from under you. And yes, moving into 2026, like, I see that you're kind of attracting the opposite of that person, which is great. But at the same time, I feel like spirit guides are like, don't be afraid to give your love away. Okay, especially if there is a new King of Swords energy in your life. And I say a new King of Swords energy because this person's not going to be like anybody else that you've been with before. I feel like they're going to be, yeah, like, you're going to feel very comfortable around them. And I feel like that's going to be weird. Or like, again, they're going to be speaking their truth, that they really like you. And that's going to be weird because it's not normally like that. Yeah, but I totally see that you're going to be getting major communication coming in here. 8 of Wands, lots of texting, lots of calling. I heard FaceTime, but I could literally see like you actually meeting up with this person or like FaceTiming with them in the month of January. But yeah, it's like, it's time to kind of open up your heart a little bit. You could be reserved, you could be anxious, you know, because this is a new person, this is a new experience. It's not something that you've ever done before. And so it's very important that you move forward with confidence, knowing that this person, I feel like they're saying, if anything, is going to make like a really good story. But best case scenario, I feel like they're actually going to make a really good partner and a very good balance for you as well. So stay open. I'm hearing this is not your usual type. So whatever kind of like expectations you have, drop them, right? Because I feel like this person is going to be very different. They're going to be so attractive and hot. Yes. But like, it's like the way that they act is going to be like different. Okay. So just kind of trust it. Yeah. Because like maybe you're used to like the bad boys. And yeah, again, maybe you're used to like the people that aren't very upfront with you, a little bit mysterious, right? I feel like this person's not going to be that. Like, I feel like they're going to be so straightforward, blunt, to the point, like throat chakra blockages. Yeah, I feel like you could have put up with a lot of people that have throat chakra blockages that literally cannot tell you how they feel. It's like restricting me right now. But I see that moving into January 2026, things are really going to start to change, and the type of people that you will be attracting will be a lot better. Wow, this is interesting. Yeah, you have the relationship is over, no second chances, grow and transform your life. Yeah, so again, you could be like kind of on the fallouts of a situationship or somebody that just, again, I just keep hearing like they could not like admit their feelings to you. Like, and even if they did, they couldn't like stick to it, you know, like, I don't know, it just feels very sussy. And so I feel like there's an acknowledgement from your spirit guides that that connection is over. It is time to grow from it, but to leave that in 2025 because it's no longer serving you. And I feel like there's somebody really, really, really good right in front of your freaking face that you could even be overlooking currently because like of this other person, or because you are expecting them to sort of act like this other relationship did, when in reality, this one's a lot freaking better. Like, look at this. We got paradise, happiness, expansion. Yeah, and I really do want to focus on that word expansion because I do feel like for the majority of y'all, going into January 2026, there's going to be major expansion mentally, physically, you know, just everything, like your love, the way that you feel about yourself, the way that you treat yourself. And I feel like that's really going to be shown in the partners that you're choosing for yourself in 2026. Yeah, and it's really going to show a lot of expansion, but you're actually going to be playing and like having fun and enjoying the company of another person and feeling a lot of joy, feeling, again, just a lot of comfort and warmth, just overall. Yeah, and black kind of signifies, like, to me, it's like, yeah, they're showing me 000 because it's kind of like black. It's darkness. It's unknown. It's a new start. It's, you know, burning down the old and then rising from the ashes like a phoenix. And so choosing that color for your pile really does signify that like there is newness in the air, and it's gonna feel scary, right? I feel like that's with all dating, is like you're gonna be nervous, you're gonna be afraid because you're meeting new people. You've never met these new people before. But if you don't do it, how will you know? And if you don't do it, you are more likely going to regret not doing it, like not going on dates with new people. So it's time to get out there. Treat yourself like the hottie that you truly are. Yeah, because you are hot. Yeah, look at this. Meeting someone new. Ooh! Right underneath the Grim Reaper card. Did not even plan that. But yes, you guys are going to be meeting somebody new. Dating. Getting back out there. Plans, set a date. So again, like I've been saying, you might be very reserved, you might be very closed off, but it's time to get back out there, and it's really time to serve your inner higher self the best way that you know how, and that's creating new experiences. And again, it's going to feel so freaking scary, okay? It really, really is. Know that with every single first date that you have going into January, I'm going to be right there holding your hand in spirit, right there with you, okay? So, you know, and I'm always going to say this because I'm always just so afraid for you guys, but meet up in a public place, please, especially for a first date. I don't want to see nobody coming over to your house. No. I don't want to see you going out on hikes into the woods. No. I want to see you having somebody take you out to a nice restaurant, like a fancy dinner, and like having good conversation, one-on-one, face-to-face, you know, really just enjoying presence. So yes, and again, it's gonna be scary sometimes too, like especially people with anxiety like me, you know, it's nice to kind of come prepared with a list of questions, or there's like questions all over Pinterest. Just save one of those pictures, you know, to your phone. And then if at any point the conversation gets a little bit dry, just be like, I've got a little game of questions if you're wanting to like play. And it's really just like asking each other questions. But like, yeah, but like that's so fun. And then you get to know the person a little bit better. Takes a little bit of that pressure off of like, oh, I have to keep the conversation flowing. And it's just like a backup, you know? So like if the conversation is just naturally good, it'll naturally be good. Oh my God, look at that, you guys. Exactly. Many options. Decision, unconventional string along, one night stand. So yeah, I do feel like you guys actually are going to be flipping the script. You are going to be the ones that will be having multiple options in the year of 2026, specifically in January. So get excited. Yeah, it can be a bit of like a revenge glow up for some of you guys out there. So if you like have been feeling a little bit down and out over a situationship that did not go your way, or relationship, it's time to really feel that that situation is over, and it's time to get your hottie revenge by glowing up mentally, physically, emotionally, getting back out there and dating several people at once. And again, I always say, like, you don't have to sleep with these people. Like, no, okay? You don't have to sleep with people if you don't want to. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to. It's more so just, like, getting out there and meeting people and shaking the scaries off of dating. Again, like, it's not about necessarily finding the one, because I feel like if you put that much pressure on it, sometimes, like, you know, it leaves you a little bit disappointed. Because yeah, like when I was trying out wedding dresses, like I came with a very specific idea of what I wanted in mind. And when I tried out those dresses, I was kind of like, you know, like it wasn't necessarily spectacular, versus my coworker, who was also secret shopping at the same time, she like went in there with dress styles that she wanted, yes, but she also was like, I'm just gonna kind of keep an open mind, and she let her stylist know that. And because of that, her stylist actually ended up putting her in a completely different dress, and she loved that one to its core. So the moral of the story is you can go in with expectations of who you want to date, yes, but then when you get those people, you might end up being disappointed. So stay open to what your spirit guides want to bring you, who they want to bring you, because I feel like it will definitely be different, unique, not what you're expecting, but in the best freaking way. Yes. Yeah, I'm still healing. I don't know what to do when I'm talking about you to others. Yeah, so you could still be feeling a lot of like the remnants of previous relationships, because especially over the holidays, they were yapping about ya. You know, they were talking about ya. So yeah, I feel like that could leave you in the state of like, I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I should move forward, if I should wait it out for this previous situationship, if I should keep going, you know, because especially after a relationship goes wrong, you know, that's not really when we want to get back into the dating game, you know, but sometimes it's actually the best time to, because we're the most detached, so we can actually end up finding the best option. And that's how I did end up finding the moon. And I do talk about that a lot, so I won't talk about it too much, but I could just gush all day. But yeah, and I do feel like there is a recognition to the fact that like you have been doing such an incredible job of healing. You are still healing, but how you can kind of, you know, bring it to the next level, bring the love to the next level in January 2026 is by getting out there, having multiple options, dating. And I do see you coming across a beautiful King of Swords who I really do think is going to change a lot for you guys and show you. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm hearing a whole new world from Aladdin. So yeah, like showing you kind of like a whole new world, especially because they do think so differently. Yes, okay, but let's go on ahead and shuffle Love Radio and see what finalizing messages we have for y'all today. Bloom. Yes, I think it says like, can I be close to you? Ooh. Yes. So I feel like you're going to be meeting somebody in January that you really want to get closer with. And it's really going to feel like a breath of fresh air. Yeah, blooming, right? Like we think of blossoming into spring. And that's interesting because they're telling me that like by spring, I could see you in like a full term connection with this person as well. Yeah, it says, oh, you fill my head with pieces of a song I can't get out. So the second that you meet, I mean, it's kind of going to be this way with everybody, to be honest. Like, I feel like you are going to be the one that's going to be very picky in the year of 2026 because there's going to be a lot of options going your way. And yeah, you get to be picky. You know, you're blessed to be picky. And I feel like you're going to be in a lot of people's minds and they're not going to be able to get you out. So just know that, yeah, it's in the stars for you to follow your heart and listen to your intuition. Yeah, because you might be tempted, again, with an option that might not be the best for you. I know that I was. So just kind of watch out for that. You might be tested with another connection that is similar to the situationship that you're trying to get away from. So just be cautious with that. But again, know that this King of Swords is going to be hot. They're going to be sexy. But you might have to jump through a couple different options and dates to meet this person. So stay open. Okay, let's get another song for you. Musician by Porter Robinson. Okay, so this person could be a musician. They could be playing instruments. There could be some connection here. And again, it's interesting because the last song also talked about a song that you weren't able to get out. So music might be a big indicator of who this connection is supposed to be. So like, like if you guys have very similar taste in music, I feel like that could be a major indicator that this is your person. And I mean like very similar taste in music. Like you don't even have to work to find your favorite tracks anymore because your partner is going to be the one that's going to be finding all of those tracks for you. Yeah, but sincerely, can't you feel what I'm feeling? I can see my life so clearly. And I know it doesn't last, but I don't mind at all anymore. Oh, it's calling. I just can't stop. I'm sorry. I can feel a new day dawning. Yeah, I love this song so much. Musician by Porter Robinson. Definitely check out this song. It's so good. But isn't that the vibe? Like, this person can feel a new day dawning. And again, it speaks to this person's sort of attitude because in this song, you know, he knows what he wants. He knows that he wants to be a musician and he knows that he's going to get there. And the song is kind of all about having that like rebuttal from like family and friends being like, when are you going to give up? Like, you know, but it's fucking Porter Robinson. Like, I can't believe his family would, or friends, or anybody in his life would tell him that. But again, this speaks to King of Swords energy because it's like, I know what I want and I'm gonna go get it. And you're not gonna stand in my freaking way. Like, this is what I want. This is who I want to be with. I'm gonna get it. And so, yeah, that's why it's really gonna make a difference to you guys. Because I feel like, again, this person's just gonna be so straightforward and so blunt and so to the point. Yes. Okay, but my gorgeous pal number one, those are the messages that I got for y'all today. I love you all so much from the bottom of my titty heart. I'm praying that it's brought some clarity, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? Goodbye. Yay, alrighty. Hello to those of you who chose pile number two, the BDSM harness card, or the red gorgeous candle. Wow, okay. This pile is gonna be for you. It's all about what's next in love in January. And right off the bat, I'm seeing that you guys could be coming from like a lot of pain, a lot of hurt, feeling backstabbed, especially with the Ten of Swords energy here. Like, that is like, ouch, you know? Like, I feel like there's been a lot of like, just a lot of things that could be going on. Like, they're telling me gossip from friends. They're telling me like partners, you know, backstabbing, cheating, lying, scheming, like just a lot of shit that could have gone wrong, you know, in 2025. But it's going to be a lot different in 2026 because I see that a lot of your energy is actually going to be pulled back into yourself because they're like, hold up, your spirit guides. Before we get to the love, we really want to talk about you because you're represented here as the Star card. And I just recently reread about the tarot deck, specifically the major arcana, and the Star card especially really stood out to me because if it shows up in your reading, it literally means that you're here to be remembered in history. And there's a bigger life purpose that you are meant to be leading. And I see that you've sort of had to leave behind a lot of energies, a lot of things were revealed to you in 2025 because of the fact that, like, you're a star. Like, seriously, you're gonna be remembered in history books. Your life is so purposeful that it's actually going to change the course of other people's for generations to come. And so your spirit guides really just wanted me to like sit and just yap at you for a second to be like, okay, you had a lot of hurt. Yes. Oh, okay, spirit guides. And that's exactly why they pointed me back. I didn't even mean to do that, but sometimes I feel like they, you know, anyways, because there's pleasure in pain, right? And with the harness card here, you're really harnessing all of that pain, all of that sorrow, all of the things that people have done wrong in your life to you. And you're using it to your advantage to make you more powerful. because you recognize that you, who has gone through so much hurt, so much pain, so much suffering, and has still come out on the other side stronger with your head up, are more powerful than any of those people that have ever put you down in your life. So I just had to throw that into the beginning because I feel like you have a lot bigger things going on than, just your love life. And I feel like, but this also does have to do with your love life as well, right? Because there was pain, there was suffering, there was hurt. But you recognizing your power and coming back into it, realizing that in this lifetime, you are meant to shine, you are meant to make a difference, you're meant to have a bigger purpose that is affecting generations to come. You also have to attract a big partner that can reflect that same energy, right? Like Two of Cups sort of vibes. So I see that you're sort of aligning yourself in the month of January to welcome in this new connection. And it's somebody that will be a lot more balanced and loving and fulfilling emotionally. They will stand above the competition. Like they will rise so far above it, you will be able to know that it's them, and they'll be very generous with you. I see emotionally, I see financially, because especially if you're coming from a place where it's like you were very deceived in connections, you're going to need a lot of extra validation in your next relationship, and that's okay. Like, let's just put that out there. If you need to hear like your partner say, I am not cheating on you, have my phone like 1,000 times in your next connection because in your previous one you were cheated on, that's freaking okay. And it does get to a point where it's like, okay, you need to start trusting, if you've done it like even 5-10 times and like nothing's on there, start trusting. Give them random tests throughout if you really need to. But for the majority of you guys, like I just see like, that validation is okay. It's okay to ask for that validation, especially with Ten of Swords energy being present here, you guys. But again, you're the star, right? So all of this was meant to happen to make you the star that you're meant to be. Like, I hate to freaking say that shit because it's like, sometimes it does kind of invalidate that, and I do not mean to do that by any means. I do not mean to invalidate your history, what you've been through. But with the star card, baddie, like, you're really gonna make a freaking difference on this planet Earth, okay? Seriously. And so, again, thinking about your next partnership, you really have to think about who will rise above that competition, who will, and again, not just like the basic shit, like, not staying loyal to me and, because obviously, yes, like, yes, they're gonna have that. But I feel like, again, somebody who can validate me, somebody who can hype me up, somebody who can be very honest with me, and a little bit similar to the first pile, so you might be drawn to that as well. But that's kind of what I'm seeing. It's like, yeah, and you might even have two options because we do have Two of Cups and Two of Coins here, and I do see some juggling as well. So there might be two options in particular that really stand out to you, but one of them really is going to rise above the competition. Like, yeah, and it's right above the star card, so I could see it in reflection with like, they're going to be complimenting you a lot, they're going to be hyping you up a lot, they're going to be making sure that you know just how much of a diamond and a gem you really truly are, and the star that you are, the movie star that you are. I feel like this person is giving a little bit of golden retriever energy because I'm seeing, right, and this is just an example, so apply it to your work field, but I'm seeing somebody that is going to their partner's movie premiere, and their partner isn't even around them. I'm seeing them being interviewed by, like interviewers on the red carpet, and they're glowing, talking about you, and hyping you up to the gods, saying how proud they are that you've accomplished this, and they've seen how hard you've worked for it. Oh my gosh, I'm like almost tearing up, like getting chills, because it's like, you need that. Like, I feel like in your next connection, you need that in a partner, somebody that really does hype you up and loves you and makes you feel like the true star that you really, really are. And yeah, oh my gosh, look at this, you guys. So I got this vintage powder puff from a thrift shop like forever ago. Pink, it has sparkles in it. So whenever you puff it, I don't even know if you can see all the glitter that just came off of that, but there's a lot of glitter in it. Anyways, look at what it says on the side of it. Twinkle, twinkle, you're a star. So, and I feel like a star could be a very good sign for you and your spirit guides this year, just to kind of keep you in that headspace. Because again, you know, you could be influential for a lot of different things, like historical, I'm so sorry. I can't think of all those words. Like ecological, you know, like you can be known for a lot of different things in this lifetime. Curing cancer, being a scientist, being a doctor. Like I'm really blanking. Being a gardener even. Like there's this lady on Instagram, Gardenary. She started up like this whole entire world of gardening. If you're looking into getting into gardening, winter is the season. I'm not kidding you guys, because you want to start planning now. So check her out, get into gardening, side note. But again, you can be good at a lot of things and you can be known and have your name written down in history on Wikipedia, you know, whatever, because of your presence and because of your beautiful star energy. So that was crazy side note, but like that card is so impactful and I don't think that people realize that. And I feel like that card, the star card, gets very much so grazed over and it's kind of like, oh, it's about hope, it's about wisdom. No, it's about influence. Like, wow. And you need a partner that is going to be like that, where they want to validate you, they want to hype you up, you know, they want to tell you go for that fucking audition, even if you don't know you're gonna get it, because the fact of the matter is you just might and you might as well go for it. And again, you're gonna want to have somebody maybe even that can financially support you. Maybe you're starting up a company that's gonna be life-changing, you know, like there's a lot of things that you could be doing. Mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Yes, so again, you guys, like deception is what we talked about. Lies, backstabbing, mask, like, yeah, not showing true feelings, hiding, you know, not being out of the closet. Like there's a lot of things that could have been wrong about your previous connections. And now it's like, you're finally out, you're open, you are, you know, you're back in the dating game, you're back in the world again, and maybe feeling a little bit beat down, yes, but it's time, yes, that you receive that love call. Oh, that was like completing my sentence. Thank you so much, spirit guides. But yeah, it's time that you receive that love. So someone expresses love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. So again, I really do feel like people are going to be really heavily thinking about you in the month of January. They're going to be expressing their love. Again, two people in particular could be very drawn to you, but one of them is really going to rise above the competition, and it's because of how generous they are. So pay attention to the person. Again, it's different from love bombing, right? Like these compliments that the person will be giving you will be so genuine and sincere. You can feel it. You know, it's like intuitively, emotionally, you can feel when somebody's being sincere with you. Mirroring each other, self-image, relationship, reflect our wounds, introspection. Yeah, so again, I feel like, you know, this is kind of saying what you put out there is like reflected to you. So again, coming out of these kind of situations that you've been in stronger, more powerful than you've ever been before. Number one, hot. Hello. But number two, it's going to reflect in other people. You'll see other people in your life changing the way that they're doing things because of you, like changing their own life reflecting their own life because of you. Yeah, and I feel like this partner that you could be attracting will have a lot of commonalities or like similarities in situations. Like it might not be identical, but I can see that, like, you know, if you've been fucked over, they've been fucked over. If you've dealt with this type of person, they've also dealt with this type of person, you know, and just like being able to genuinely connect over some of the things that happen to you. Need takes time in time cycles, time to heal, progress. Yeah, I do feel like there's been a lot of healing, and I do feel like there's going to be a connection that's developing here. But Spirit Guides is saying, again, take your time, right? Feel out the connections, because you have been so hurt in the past that you really do need time and space to develop even just like a friendship before you get into that connection. And that's healthy and that's okay. Yeah, so allow yourself to do that if you need to. Acts, breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, abandonment, and love, unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, attraction. Again, yeah, there totally could have been deception, a little bit of harm, a breakup, separation, but I do see you putting an end to this pattern and coming back stronger than ever. And because of it, you're welcoming it. Whoa, throat chakra blockages. I feel like because they just don't, your spirit guides are a little bit mysterious. I won't even lie to you. Like, if they've been pretty mysterious in the month of January, it's because I feel like they have some surprises in love that are actually coming up for you that they don't really want to fully reveal, but they are going to give little glimpses like this, right? Like 2 options. I really do see one of them standing out. I really do see a lot of generosity for the people coming in here. But again, yeah, it's just like a lot of unconditional love for yourself and choosing yourself and taking your time with these connections and really savoring them. And again, it's not to say like leading them on, you know, like be very honest, be very open that like, you know, you're feeling out other connections as well, and you're just trying to establish that friendship first because you have been so fucked over. And again, opening up like that in a connection will allow the other person to open up as well. And I feel like, again, that's how you're gonna know, because there's gonna be a lot of mirroring between this person and you. And yeah, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, look at this, you guys. Like, I literally talked about influence, and you get this card. You are the reason I keep going. So again, you might not realize it even, but a lot of you are so influential that other people look up to you. Other people keep going and keep moving with their lives because of you. I've been up all night thinking about you. I'm seeking revenge. I'm talking about you to others. Okay. Can we get a few more cards about this? Yeah, my intentions are pure. Yeah, so again, I'm seeing that like there could have been people from your past that were very much so like that's not a word. I was gonna say like suck. That is a word, but like instead of like seeked, sucked. That's wrong. That's really not correct. What is the plural of seeked or previous? Sorry. I don't know. But they were seeking revenge. That's correct. Revenge. And I feel like they were talking about you to other people, gossiping, just spreading a bunch of lies and crapola, thinking about you all the time. Yeah, it's like, I genuinely wish you could get paid for the amount of times that people have thought about you, because genuinely you'd be racking in the dough. 10 of Swords, like, come on. Pile number 2. But seriously, I feel like, yeah, and there's a lot of people that are currently talking about you as well. Some of them are still seeking revenge, but I feel like it's only going to come back on them. Like, it's really going to backfire. So you're very protected. And again, my intentions are pure. So the people that you're attracting now, completely different. They do have your purest intentions at heart. So don't doubt that. Just look forward to that beautiful future. 2 options. Okay, I'm sorry. I was getting ready for Love Radio Volume 4. Let's shuffle and let's see what messages come up for y'all today. It's My Life. Yes, by Bon Jovi. This ain't a song for the broken heart. Dun, dun. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Where does he say, okay, it's my life, it's now or never, and I ain't gonna live forever. I just want to live while I'm alive. My heart is like an open highway. Woo! Like Frankie said, I did it my way. I just want to live while I'm alive, because it's my life. Yes! Oh my gosh, I literally got chills, pile number 2, because literally, it's your life. Your love life is now like an open highway. You're able to explore and go wherever you want. You're able to have freedom and feel the wind on your skin, the air through your hair, you know, like you're able to just kind of relax and have fun. But yeah, it's your life. It's now or never, right? And you're not going to live forever. So you might as well take some chances, take some risks, get out there, you know, have fun. And I feel like they're saying that just beyond your love life, right? It's a little wink to the star card, because it's like, it's about taking chances. It's about getting out there, trying new things. No, you don't know if everything's going to work out the way that you planned it, but you can know for sure that you are gonna freaking try. Yes. So, that being said, let's get one more song for you guys. Keep getting out there. It's your life. You can do literally whatever you want. Backflip by 𝘓𝘐𝘕𝘒𝘚. I love this song. This one's such a throwback, but I love it. Someone also said, they commented on my last video, they said, you have Disney Channel vibes, and I mean that as a compliment. I was like, I take that as a freaking compliment. I loved the Disney Channel when I was a kid growing up. I wanted so badly to be on the Disney Channel, and yeah. I'm kind of glad that I wasn't, to be honest, and this is my path, because I like this path a little bit better, but yeah. Anyways, Backflip, 𝘓𝘐𝘕𝘒𝘚, throwback, and I totally feel like it's the vibe of like new connections. Like, if you're gonna want to get with me, you are going to have to back freaking flip, like show me that you can actually do the work and not just tell me. And yeah, be very validating and expressive about your life and everything and what you can bring to the table. Yeah, don't bring me your baggage cards. I've got plenty on my own. I didn't even realize that that was like a lyric, but that's so iconic, because I feel like, especially for you guys, like 10 of Swords, you have more than enough, you know, problems, things that you're trying to heal from. You don't need somebody else to bring that to the table. Like, and that being said, like, they can still have their own problems, but that does not mean that they need to be like involving you, you know, in everything, because again, you have plenty on your own. You don't need to be somebody else's fucking therapist. Like, you've got plenty of problems, plenty of things to work through. Yeah, but if it ain't about being faithful, then it ain't impressing me. Push yourself a little more, boy. For me, you're gonna have to try a little harder. Yeah, so again, like, if it's not about being faithful, it's not impressing you. So you really could have been, you know, hurt or cheated on. Again, that's like, that keeps coming back, especially with the Ten of Swords. So you really want to meet somebody that kind of understands that on their own level, you know, like whether they were literally cheated on themselves or like, you know, they just have something where it was very similar. Maybe it affected their family life, you know, or something to their core. So yeah, and again, push yourself a little bit more, boy, because I see that you're really going to want somebody that pushes themselves harder and like wants to improve for you and for themselves, you know, like they want to heal, they want to do better, they want to be a better person, they want to try harder, they want to shine more, my beautiful star card. Okay, but I love you all so much. Thank you so much for watching and joining here today. I'm praying that this brought you some clarity, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? Bye. Yay! Hello to those of you who chose pile number 3, the Bewitching Alluring card, or the green candle. This is going to be a reading today all about what's coming next in love for you in January. And I was already getting so much, all right? So with the 3 of Swords here, there could have been definitely some heartbreaks in 2025. I feel like that's a pretty common theme throughout today's collective, actually, which is quite interesting. But I see that, alas, you're moving forward into 2026. And in January, I see that there could be 2 options that like you kind of keep thinking about from your past, specifically ones that might have left you out in the cold, especially with the 5 of Coins here and the 3 of Swords. Just kind of like heartbreaking, like situationship kind of vibes. But it's interesting because, you know, the 7 of Swords, look at, like, he has so many options already in his hands. Like, why does he need those other 2 swords? You know, like, why does he need to steal all of their swords? He already has the majority of them, you know? But I feel like especially with your beautiful, bewitching, alluring energy, like, you have so many people that are interested in you. I don't even think you recognize that. Like, I feel like there's a lot of people out there that really actually want to spend some genuine time with you. And some other ones that maybe it's a little bit spicier of times, especially with the Page of Wands here. I feel like you could actually be meeting somebody in January 2026 that is willing to have a little bit of, you know, friends with benefits kind of vibes. So that's really exciting. And I feel like this person, if that's something that you're interested in, and if not, maybe that has to deal with the options in your past you're kind of having to leave behind because they were a little bit too focused on that, and you really just want to be focused more on a relationship, and that's fine. But for those of you who are totally down with that, that's going to be the vibe. Yeah, and I kept hearing and seeing this song because it was on the front cover of my Spotify page, but it's the song Are You Down? The letters R and U and then the word down, question mark, by Loud Luxury. That song is so good, and it literally totally makes me think of this pile because it's like, tell me, are you down? Like, it's like, are you down for, you know, maybe just a little bit of passion, maybe just a little bit of fun, because that's kind of what I see coming in for January 2026. And with the Ace of Coins here, you could be getting hit up actually by new options I see, by past options I see, and there's just a lot of love to go around in January for you, pile number 3. But again, you're very alluring, and I'm hearing, like, I feel like you put a spell on me, because some people might know that, like, you are, you know, into the spiritual side of life. You might be a little bit witchy, whatever, and they feel like you've literally actually put a spell on them because they can't stop thinking about you, you know? So yeah, that's kind of what I'm seeing, is that in the month of January, you could be getting hit up by past options as well as some new options. And I see there is a fling entering your life. And it's interesting, like, flings I normally see a lot more during the summer. I'm not used to, like, the winter fling, but I kind of get the vibe, you know, like, you want to cozy up with somebody, you know, and yeah, they're showing me the movie Holiday too, like, where it's a movie basically where the main character, the lady, is like fed up of always going to holidays, like family events and everything, alone. And yeah, and like because her family is always like, oh, you're so single, you're never gonna meet anybody. And then her brother ends up getting engaged, and he's younger than her, and so it's kind of like this whole wow, you know. And so she ends up meeting this really hot guy, and she's like, why don't you just come with me to my family events? You can be my, you know, partner for those events, and then they will shut up, you know? So I don't know why I saw that movie. That's very specific, but like, that could be your kind of vibe. I don't know, maybe you're meeting somebody that like is kind of here to make your past options jealous. Like, I don't know. I feel like that's a little immature, but you know, like, life is short. Have fun with it. You know, don't be so serious all the time. And yeah, I totally see that you could be meeting somebody very, very sexy in the month of 2026 and starting up a little fling with them. Something that's kind of fun. Yeah, passion, exactly. Insane chemistry, liking each other equally and having fun. Yeah, and again, I feel like, you know, you might not be so serious about this person for your own reasons, and they might not be so serious about you for their own reasons, you know, and I feel like because of that, you guys have this like common understanding that like, okay, this is as far as the relationship's gonna go. Like, we're just gonna have fun. We're just gonna keep each other company. You know, that's it. So I love that, but I feel like there's a lot of chemistry in this. Yes, exactly. Coffee cup, meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, and friendship. Yeah, so again, I feel like you're gonna be meeting somebody that's like friends with benefits. Like, you're actually going to be enjoying the moment, you know, like talking with each other, just having fun. And who knows, like maybe it could actually end up turning into something more, because that is the entire plot of the movie Holiday. It's like, it starts off as something like, you know, just to kind of help both of them out. Like, they both just didn't want to be alone on the holidays and everything. And even he at the beginning of the movie was like, yeah, I'm just like not that attracted to you, you know, whatever. And they end up together, like, duh. I'm sorry to spoil it if you haven't seen it, but maybe go watch it. Like, it's kind of fun. Of course, it's a rom-com, so they're gonna freaking end up together. I don't know what you want from me, but but yeah, I think you guys might actually really be attracted to something like that. The chaser in a codependent relationship, fear of abandonment issue. Okay. The Phoenix, new phase, rekindle, renew, transformation, growth, change mind. Yeah, so again, maybe a lot of you guys were like being kind of more of the chaser in 2026 and, you know, going after options, getting your heart broken. And so now it's like, you know what? No, I'm sitting back. I'm allowing these options to come from me. I'm phoenixing myself. I'm starting this new phase. I'm growing. I'm transforming. I've changed my mind. Like, I don't want to work for relationships anymore, okay? Like, I just want to have some fun. Oh my gosh. Spirit guides are playing the song, What Is That? By Lady Gaga. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But she says, let's have some fun. This beat is sick. Blank, 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 blank. So that's kind of the vibe. Like, I feel like you guys are going to be maybe going out with this person, going out for drinks, like getting hot and sweaty and having fun. Relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. Yeah, so again, it's like, I feel like your relationship could potentially evolve a lot with this person. So, you know, keep an open mind, but just be more lighthearted about it. You know, like, you don't have to be in a committed relationship with this person. You could just have fun with them for yourself, you know, like, get what you need out of it selfishly, because a lot of the time when you end up as the chaser, it's because you're letting other people take what they want selfishly out of the connection without even thinking about yourself. And this time around, this year, this January, new year, new you, new year, new phase, Phoenix phase, right? It's time to let other people come to you and to be selfish about what you are taking out of the connections. Like, if they're not texting you enough for your liking, bye-bye. If they're not, you know, Spirit guides are being very spicy with this pile. I have to really watch what I'm saying, because I'm almost just yapping and they're making me say some stuff. But yeah, it's like thinking about your needs first. I'll just say that, and putting your needs first. Keys on a ring, many options, decision, unconventional, string along, one night stand. So again, with the Seven of Swords, it's kind of what we see is like, you know, like, you have all these options around you. Why are you staying stuck on these two crusty dusties that literally couldn't do anything for you? Like, actually, they did do something for you, and that was leave you out in the fucking cold. And yeah, they might be hitting you up, but when they do, you're going to be with somebody a lot hotter. And, you know, it might be not serious to you, but you don't gotta tell them that. You know, like, you can just have some fun. This beat is sick. Okay, cassette, literally. Outdated thinking, controlling, replaying events over in your head, conditioning, yeah. So again, I feel like there's some kind of thinking that you need to ditch and leave behind in 2025, okay? It's not about being the chaser anymore. It's about being the chased, right? It's about being the one that people want to pursue. And again, like it might selfishly, that's what I think you might get out of a connection with, you know, a page of wands, something fiery, something hot, somebody that's sexy, maybe very like physically fit, attractive, you know, just conventional, attractive. I feel like what you can get out of that selfishly is confidence in your dating life, is, you know, because if you can score somebody that freaking hot and you're not even serious about it, like imagine the type of options that you will definitely be getting, you know, because again, you're hot. And yeah, and again, I feel like, yeah, there's some thinking that you really just need to leave behind, part with, bye-bye 2025, okay? It's 2026, bitch. It's time to become the phoenix and really take what it is that you want from the world. Get it, baddie. Okay, let's keep going. We'll get some more messages here. I'm feeling like there's gonna be a lot of messages here. Like, let's be real, pile number 3, you're bewitching. Like, you have a lot of people thinking about you. We saw that with the 7 of Swords. So I feel like we're gonna get a lot of messages here from a lot of different people. Whoa. Okay. I want you, but I shouldn't. I feel there's too much competition, and I feel you are wife-husband material. Wow. So there's somebody here that wants you, but they shouldn't because they feel like there's too much competition. This is also kind of giving me the vibe where it's like third-party situation, because it's like they themselves are putting themselves in that predicament, you know, and that's why, like, I want you, but I shouldn't is there, because they clearly should not. They should clearly get a life, get a hobby, and yeah. But this person feels as though you are wife-husband material. You drive me crazy. Don't trust me. And I want to be like you. I wish you wouldn't push me away. Wow. So there could be somebody here that you actually do like drive them a lot crazier than you actually think that you do. And I feel like with the don't trust me, it's like, you know, don't trust the energy that I'm putting out there that says that, like, I don't think about you, or like, I'm not, you know, I'm over you. I'm dating all of these gorgeous people. I don't care, you know. I feel like it's a lie, and I feel like they do think about you a lot more. But that being said, don't trust me is there for a reason, right? Like, I feel like if you can't trust them with that one thing, it's like, what other things are there that you can't really trust them about, you know? Again, so 2 situationships I'm picking up on, maybe more. There's a lot of people that like you, okay? Pile number 3, I can't help it. I want to be like you, and I wish you wouldn't push me away. Yeah, so maybe like you ended up pushing this person away. I want to be like you. Yeah, I feel like you could have ended up pushing this person away because they couldn't like fess up their emotions, their feelings. They couldn't be honest with you. They couldn't be upfront. And they want to be like you. They want to be able to like express their emotions, you know, and everything. But for whatever reason, they couldn't. And so I feel like you naturally pushed them away, you know, blocked them, separated yourself from them, stopped responding, ghosted them, whatever, because of the way that they were. And yeah, I'm not ready. I hope you're not with someone else. I'm getting lost in the memories. I'm very attracted to you, and they are not you. Okay, yeah, so again, there's like a lot of different vibes, but like, I feel like everybody is kind of like this, I hope you're not with somebody else. And so, you know, I'm gonna be real, you guys, like, dick witch, I'm a good girl, yes, but I'm also kind of a little bit of a bad girl. And like, so sometimes I will tell you shit like, get a hotter partner, you know, get a fuck buddy. I will tell you shit like that because, and do it selfishly, you know, like get your confidence out of it, get your satisfaction out of it, get your jealousy exes out of it, you know, like have fun a little bit, you know, and yeah, they are not you. So again, there could have been somebody here that had you in like a third party situation, blah, 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 you know, crap. But they felt like you were wife, husband material. If they felt that way, they should have acted on it though. And therefore they didn't. And, you know, spirit guides are giving very toxic advice, but they're like, in those cases, sometimes you have to create a sense of urgency. And how you do that is by, again, getting another partner, somebody hotter, somebody fitter, somebody that is a little bit cocky, you know. They know that they look good, because I feel like they'll totally be down to like take, you know, hot pics with you. Post them on your story. Okay, I'm sorry. It's so toxic, but that's the vibe. I feel like that's so fun. Okay, anyways, let's shuffle this and see what messages come up for y'all today. Oh, My Humps by Black Eyed Peas. Yes. Yeah, and I'm here. She's got me spending all your money on me, on me. Spending time on me. Yeah, so, and again, like, I feel like you got all of these people wanting to date you, wanting to take you out, wanting to spend time on you, wanting to, you know, buy you the finer things in life, whatever it is. But yeah, and I can't obviously get over the fact that it says, what you gonna do with all that junk inside that trunk, hey? So I definitely feel like you have a nice body. You know, that could be one of your great features that just draws people into you. I feel like you've got a nice face. That could be another one of your features, but yeah. Yeah, and I totally feel like you've got people kind of going crazy a little bit about you and your body and everything. And it's like, you know, it's more than just your body though, but I'm seeing that a lot of, especially these situationships, like they're very surface level. So yeah, not super deep. And they could be more fixated on your exterior. So that's why, again, friends with benefits. And it might start off that way, yes. But that's why you get something out of it too. So that way, if it ends that way, you're not disappointed. But you never know. It could go someplace else you're not even expecting. Yeah, but I'm seeing like you could have your own reasons for not wanting to be with this person, right? Like especially when they're attractive, like, you know, they know that they're attractive. And so they think that they can get away with a lot shadier stuff. And so that's why, like, try to caution, you know, get your shine on. Pile number 3. Everybody here is feeling your vibe. Eyes glued, hands up, because you're doing it right. Everybody get the chance to shine, so don't be shy now. Oh my God. So that's really exciting, pile number 3. I feel like your spirit guides are really encouraging you to get out there and shine. Express yourself. And yeah, flip the beat and we're switching it up. Yeah, it's your time to get your shine on. Oh my gosh, another throwback. Jesse McCartney. I love him. But yes, like, I feel like that's totally the vibe. Like, you're going to be getting your shine on. You're really going to be shining in the year of 2026, but especially in January. I feel like getting that new option, you're going to be feeling yourself. You're going to be looking damn good. You're going to be thinking so, like, just positively about the future. I literally see you glowing as well. So, you know, just taking better care of yourself, what you are putting into your body, you know, how you're treating your body. And because of that, I literally see that, like, you're going to be glowing and you're going to look so good that everybody is going to want a piece of that. Okay? But yes, my gorgeous, pile number 3. I almost forgot the numbers, so I was like, yeah. Anyways, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, for joining me here today. I'm praying that this brought you some clarity, and I'll see you very, very soon, okay? Goodbye. Yay, alrighty, last but certainly not least, hello to those of you who chose pile number 4. This is going to be what's next in love for you in January 2026. So I'm super excited. If you chose the blocking redirection card or the orange candle, this is going to be your reading today. So there's a lot happening here. I had to ask for some clarifiers because I feel like there's a lot of similarities between the piles, and this one in particular, I feel like there could have been circumstances in which you felt like you were putting in a lot more effort in previous connections, and because of that, it's kind of turned you into this Empress, Queen of Swords energy, right? This baddie that's very focused on her career, her purpose, but it's also very cutthroat, blunt, and, if you want to date me, but don't lead me on. Because I'm seeing that in the past, you could have been a Queen of Cups energy, extremely empathic, but with time and with, just you constantly having to put in the work in connections, again, it's just you just don't really deserve that kind of shit. You don't want that shit. And it doesn't really help you out in the long term, because I see now that you're kind of kicking it. As a single baddie, I feel like you're doing really good. You've done a lot of introspection, a lot of inner work, pulled yourself back in and realized okay, this is actually where I want to go. This is actually who I want to date. I know that I'm the full freaking package. I'm literally the Empress and the Queen of Swords. I will not only speak my mind and be very honest with you, which can be hard for a lot of people, I will also be this baddie that's out here getting the bag, getting the job done. If you're looking to have a family, I feel like that's what you will be also bringing to the table is, family energy. And yeah, there could definitely be 2 options that are interested in you, especially with the 2 of coins here, juggling, trying to create balance in life, in love. And Temperance card also sort of talks about emotionally balancing as well. So giving and taking, I feel like it's really going to be important and crucial in the month of January for this pile. If you are putting in the work towards connections, do you feel like they are reciprocating that sort of energy, or do you feel like they're not? And if they're not, don't be afraid to be a little bit of a Queen of Swords and cut them off onto the next. Yeah, because I really do see, especially with the Fool card here, it is, the first in the major arcana. In some, it's not, but in my version, it is, because it's card number 0, and I see that as a new beginning, a new start, a new person, to be honest. And yeah, it's like jumping off a cliff. It's scary. Cliff, let's say off a cliff into some water. Very small cliff. But it's scary. You don't know where it's going to take you. You don't know necessarily where you're going to land. But I feel like especially for this group, you have very strong indicators here that you've been doing the inner work to understand that you don't want to keep being this person that's forever putting in the effort. I put it back in the deck because we don't even want that energy near us, right? From this point forward, you are being treated as the queen and the empress that you truly are. And people that genuinely want you are going to put that effort in because that's what you deserve at point blank period. You literally don't have to do anything for it. You literally just deserve it because you freaking deserve it. Yeah, and yeah, because I'm seeing that you've already done so much work in your life. You've already, the Empress card can talk about starting your own company, or being an entrepreneur, just being very fruitful in business. And I feel like that's really what you're bringing to the table is a lot of abundance and fruitfulness and honesty, loyalty, integrity. And so, of course, you should expect that the person that you're going to be dating or being around, meeting in the month of January, will be more aligned with wanting to put in that effort as well and wanting to be very reciprocating. Yeah. Because it got to a point where, like, I was in connections. I know I've talked about this, but one guy, like, said, hey, what's up? And I was like, I'm done. Like, if they literally can't come up with something creative, I literally told this to my spirit guides. I'm like, I don't want them. I don't even want them to talk to me. Like, it's just boring, you know? Like, yeah. So feel free to take some of that energy with you. Like, don't settle, especially if they're not giving you what you truly deserve. And, you know, yeah, because you also did choose the blocking redirection card too. So you could have been blocked by somebody after putting in all of this effort into this connection, and you're kind of left feeling like a lost puppy, and you're like, what do I do now? And yeah, I feel like it's only shown to be redirection. Like, when we're blocked from that path, several other ones open up. And I feel like for this group in particular, there could be two. I feel like maybe leaning more towards one. I feel like this pile, especially being like the Hermit, you know, Queen of Swords, you've really been through it with a lot of people. And so I feel like it's more so juggling like your work life with trying to date somebody new. So yeah, I see that you could be meeting a brand new person in the month of January. You know, and again, that goes with like, because some people will hear me say that and then they'll be like, they'll sit here for the rest of the month twiddling with their thumbs. I don't even know the right word. You know, waiting for a partner to come to them. That's not what I'm saying here at all. Like, if you want a partner, you still have to use your fucking legs and go get them. You know, not to be harsh. But you still got to get off your booty, you know, and go meet somebody. Go shake some booty, you know, and like have some fun. Like, you got to still get off your butt if you want to meet somebody. And that, though, is the effort that you got to put in. Once you have the date set up, relax, right? Once you're on the date, relax, lay back, let that person take the lead, let them show you what they've got. Even again with texting, you know, are they actually genuinely wanting to get to know you and asking like genuine get to know you questions, right? Like, what are your favorite movies? Like, favorite childhood memory? I don't know. But you know, just like ones that really do make you feel like they are listening and that they actually genuinely want to get to know you and are not just like hitting a checklist so they can get down with it. I'm trying to come up with the most posh way to say that possible, but you know what I'm saying? Because especially being with the 10 of Wands, it's like you've put in so much effort into previous connections. It's time that you kind of lay back and let these other people do the work for you. Yeah, mask, not showing true feelings, hide, personify, pretend, delude, gaslighting. Yeah, so again, I feel like, you know, maybe they weren't showing you just how interested they actually were in you. And I feel like especially with the Queen of Swords, you know, you're very blunt. You're to the point. You're like, if you like somebody, you're gonna just tell them. And you're just, yeah, you're not gonna like beat around the bush, you know, because especially Empress, you're kind of a business-minded person too, you know? It's like, my time is my freaking money. And like, I don't want to keep spending this if I'm not getting a return on my investment. And so this time I would really like a return. Yeah. Not enough. Frustrated in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, jealousy. Yeah, and I feel like especially because you're so accomplished, beautiful, outspoken, there's definitely going to be a lot of energies that don't feel like they're enough for you. And they will sabotage connections by themselves because they're not willing to like show their emotions because they're afraid that if you do, or if they do, it won't be reciprocated or whatever. I don't even know. But yeah, there's just so many things that could be going wrong here, but I feel like especially with your beautiful energy, just expect that people naturally don't feel like they're enough for you. The Golden Mirror, self-absorbed, narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. Yeah, so again, one-sided relationship. We were literally talking about this. Like, it just feels like those are the kind of connections that you were attracting in 2025. And the more that you can kind of like recognize that, the more that you can allow yourself to actually relax in these next ones, you know, or in this next one relationship that's coming in. You can really allow yourself just to kind of sit back and let the other person woo you. Yeah, like it's not so much about you always wooing the other person, doing the work, you know, like you bring enough to the table just as you are. You don't need to bring anything else. Yeah, and you could be having some really good conversations with your girls, with your friends, moving on, happily single, living in the moment, and having fun. Yeah, so again, I really do see that you are having a lot more fun with connections, being happy, being single, investing a lot more of that time and energy into yourself. And yeah, just living in the moment, soaking up every single second that you have with yourself, because you know our time on this planet's limited and we spend so much of it thinking about other people, you know, and I think it's time that you sort of draw that back inward, and you have with the Hermit card, so great job. We do have sunglasses here: watching, looking, stalking, gaslighting, perception, focusing out. There are 2 cards here that talk about gaslighting. So yeah, you could have been with somebody that was like, it was like pretty obvious that they wanted to be with you, but again, for whatever like reason, insecurity, I don't know, they just could not really admit their feelings to you. Yeah, they're showing me it's like, you know, the whole like Wizard Liz and Landon situation. She is the whole fucking package. Like the Wizard Liz is gorgeous. She's rich. She's humble and kind and funny and loving, appreciative, the whole freaking package. And the reason why her partner chose to cheat on her was because he didn't feel good enough for her. Like, can you imagine? And so that's the kind of vibe that it's giving me off this pile. It's like just somebody that was insecure. They just did not feel good enough for you. And now look at where they're at, you know? So yeah, taking a risk, taking a chance risk, not being strategic, options, not showing hand, and gambling. Yeah, and that was the other thing that I kind of had to learn too, was like, you know, when you're on a date with somebody and you really like them, you know, you can show that, like, duh, but energetically try to keep it pulled back. Like, I remember when I was on my first date with the moon, Zach, and I was like, you know, before that I had just been dating guys left and fucking right because I didn't care. I was pretty hurt, and so I was just like, I don't care about hurting men. I hate men. Men fucking suck. I hate men. Men, you know. And then I met Zach, and I was like, oh my God, like this is the first guy that like, if he doesn't like me, I'm gonna be a little devastated. And so I remember thinking that on my very first date, and so I really had to pull my energy back and just be like, girl, come on, you have so much to offer. Like, this guy's wonderful, this guy's great, but like, you know, just keep being yourself, keep sticking to you, what you know, and if he likes you, he likes you, and if he doesn't, he doesn't. And, you know, it just so happened to work out. Here we are 3 years later. So, yeah, so that's what I'm kind of saying, though, with like not showing your hand, you know, like energetically, when you're on a date with somebody, you are supposed to be judging them equally as much as they are judging you. And this time, I want you to judge them even harder, because I can guarantee it's like not even a tenth of probably the amount that I judge people. So don't feel bad about it. Like, you know, be a little bit of a stickler. I don't know why that's the word that came to my mind, but it is, and I'm sticking to it. So yes. But yeah, like have fun, you know, and go on a date. I do see one new option. I hope you're not with somebody else. I want to be like you. If I can't have you, nobody else can. I miss being around you, and you are the reason I keep going. Yeah, and so I feel like, again, this person from your past, this masked energy, like, I feel like they really do want to be like you, and they miss being around you, and they do feel inspired by you to keep going in their life. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, screw off. I don't know. I could not think of my other thought there, but that's what came to mind. It's just fuck off. Like, literally, you have other things going on. And yeah, I feel like there's a lot of people that hope that you're not with somebody else. I feel like this new person, when they meet you, they're going to really be like, wow, you're a catch. And I feel like this new person is going to be like, I really hope that you're not with anybody else because, yeah, I want to be like you. And yeah, I'm thinking of forever. So I'm so jealous. Yeah, it's going to have all of your past situationships jealous. Even if they, you know, have blocked you, they're still going to be watching you from their friends' accounts. You know, like, blocking doesn't mean anything nowadays. Like, let's be real. I'm confused. Okay. And what do we care? No. I need to feel in control. My intentions are pure. I'm feeling overwhelmed. Wow, you are beautiful, and I'm depressed. Yeah, and so I'm kind of feeling that this other person, this newer person that's coming in here, they... and so again, that's why I want you guys to like relax, because I feel like this new person actually does really like taking the lead. I feel like they're naturally very dominant, which is going to be very sexy, hey. And because I feel like they're going to be the one that's like, you need to go out on a date with me. You need to give me your phone number. I'm in love with you. I want to date you. You know, like very dominant with their emotions. And yeah, they could be coming to you at a time in which they're feeling a little bit depressed, confused, like overwhelmed, because I feel like maybe they just got out of a relationship and now they're meeting you. So yeah, like just let them take the lead. But wow, they definitely think that you are beautiful. Ooh. So that's very exciting. Oh, really, Augustus? Okay, I'm going to pull up Love Radio Volume 4. Let Ghost out. He's been napping in here all day. Sassafrasy. So cute. I love cats. Let me know if you guys are more of a cat person or a dog person. Or both. You can be both. Who cares? So sorry, you guys. Because I'm bisexual, and like I was just thinking about like you can be a cat and a dog person. Like, and my spirit guides just said that in my head. I'm like, that's kind of hilarious. Okay, but let's shuffle Love Radio Volume 4 and see what messages come up for y'all today. A different side of me. All-Star Weekend. Yes. And that's exactly what we've been talking about. Like, I feel like these previous connections, like, they might know you, yes. Or, sorry, they might have known you, yes, but they don't know this new version of you, right? And this new version of you doesn't chase. You don't put in too much effort into the connection. You let the connections come to you and put the effort into you. So yeah, I really do feel like in 2026, we're going to be seeing a completely different side of you. Yeah, I know everything is going to change for me. If I can make it, then you'll see that there's a different side of me. So I love it. Yeah, and I feel like everything is going to change for you. The options that you're dating are going to get better, or option again, because I do feel like this pile is giving me the vibe where it's like, nope, I want one person at a time. I want one person at a time. Like, I'm not seeing, because like all the rest of the piles, I was really getting the vibe of like dating around, you know, like having a lot of different options. But this pile, I kind of feel like, you know, one at a time. Brat stall. Yes, I feel like you totally look like a brat stall. And I feel like, you know, you got the body. You might have very beautiful, prevalent lips. Your eyes are gorgeous. Just everything about you is stunning. And I totally feel like, yeah, like you are a brat stall. You need to start acting like a brat. Okay? Like, that's the vibe. And it's time that you start getting what it is that you want, when it is that you want it, and not feeling sorry for it one bit, because you're a brat stall. Okay, one more message. Lizzie McGuire theme. Yeah, if you believe you've got a picture perfect plan, we've got you fooled. So said and done that we can't. Sometimes we make it, sometimes we fake it. One step closer each and every day. Figure it out on the way. See, normally I have my lyrics, but that time I didn't. So I had to sing it. I was forced to sing the Lizzie McGuire theme song, okay? Don't come for me in the comments. I had to. I was forced. But that's the vibe. It's like, you might have everything planned, you know, like, you might think that, like, okay, once I meet this person, then we're gonna start dating, then this is gonna happen, then this is gonna, you know, but I feel like your spirit guides are really saying, you're gonna figure it out as you go this time around. Don't come with a plan. Don't come prepared. If anything, come less prepared, but still look hot. That's the vibe. And I feel like you're gonna meet somebody that really aligns with that. You guys can hear Ghost in the back. He's being so sassy. And just let him out. Okay, mister. But yes, my gorgeous pile number 4. Those are the messages that I have for you guys today. I love you all so much. From the bottom of my titty heart, I'm praying that this brought you some clarity. Go see something. And I will see you very, very soon, okay? You want to say bye-bye? You want to say bye-bye? No? Okay. He sees something outside, you guys. Okay, Ghost says bye. Love you.